The 2020 Royal Rumble is coming closer and closer, and in today's video I want to give you 10 personal predictions what I expect to happen at this year's Royal Rumble pay-per-view. First of all, I expect the Velveteen Dream to show up. Now, I know Vince McMahon really wants to have NXT talent on it because the exposure of the Survivor Series of NXT helped NXT a lot in the ratings against AEW, and I think building NXT guys versus main roster guy feuds is going to be very, very helpful for WWE to win the ratings. Now, a Cena versus Velveteen Dream WrestleMania match would be something I could definitely see happening. Cena said that he wanted to work with the Velveteen Dream before, and I think that would be a very obvious matchup that you could book at start the feud at the Royal Rumble and then lead it on into WrestleMania. Definitely a program I wouldn't mind seeing there. And now we have the WWE Championship match between The Fiend and Daniel Bryan. I know these two figures are kind of outdated, but I had to use what I had here. And I expect Kane to interfere in that match. There are rumors going around that Kane will be challenging The Fiend for the Universal title in Saudi Arabia. So, they have the history with Team Hell No. Kane has history with The Fiend. And I just expect Kane to interfere here to set something up for Saudi Arabia. Obviously, Kane shouldn't be the WrestleMania match for The Fiend. That would be absolutely terrible. Next off, another NXT guy I see at the Royal Rumble is the bro, Matt Riddle. And now, what do you do with Matt Riddle in the Royal Rumble match? I think this is very easy. You have him go against Brock Lesnar. Maybe even make Matt Riddle number 2. People will be talking about that, like two former MMA guys getting into it in the Royal Rumble match. I think that could get some mainstream exposure, and that's what they want for NXT. Matt Riddle, an NXT guy, and going against Brock Lesnar, I think that would be huge. And just again, I think WWE really wants to push NXT so they can win the ratings against AEW, and then a Lesnar, a Matt Riddle face-off would be big. Let Matt Riddle get some offense in on the Beast, but then in the end have Lesnar eliminate him. I think that would work out very well and would be something I would really, really like to see. I think that would be really cool. Moving forward, I see a Finn Balor appearance, just again getting NXT guys on the Royal Rumble. And you could definitely do something with the OC, like a Styles Balor face-off. I think that would be really likely. I don't know if Gallows and Anderson are going to be in the match, but, they could come in from the outside or something. I don't know if you even want to make Styles and Balor go against each other or work together, as they are both heels right now. So maybe you could have Styles and Balor team up in the Rumble, again like a main roster NXT collaboration there. And now when it comes to who is eliminating Brock Lesnar, I'm predicting it to be Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre is going to get a big push, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know, who do you put against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania? I think Drew McIntyre would be an excellent opponent. You will not have McIntyre win the Rumble, but I think the guy that's eliminating Lesnar definitely has to face him at WrestleMania. I think that would just make sense. And then the winner of the Royal Rumble match itself is going to go against The Fiend at WrestleMania. And I think Lesnar and Drew McIntyre, they could have such an amazing match at WrestleMania if Brock Lesnar is willing to put on his working shoes that night by facing McIntyre. And I think that match could make McIntyre the main eventer he deserves to be. Really great wrestler. I think McIntyre definitely the future of the company. So eliminating Lesnar would just be an obvious one to me. and that is one of my predictions for this year's Royal Rumble match. Now, I definitely see Edge returning to the Royal Rumble. There have been too many rumors coming out about Edge coming back. He has been trying to get cleared and stuff like that. And I mean, he is saying he's not coming back on Twitter, but obviously he would want to keep this a surprise. Like, if he comes out, it should be a surprise, not like a huge thing that's already known beforehand. So I could definitely see him doing something with Corbin, and I could even see Corbin eliminating because we gotta get that heat. So I don't even know what you would do with Edge for WrestleMania. Would you like have him face Corbin as a big heel? Because I don't think he would go against Lesnar. I don't think Edge would go against The Fiend. So there's definitely still something we could debate on who's Edge facing at WrestleMania. I think I could see them doing it with Corbin, to be honest, but we'll have to see. Next off, this is actually a random one, but I thought about it. They put together this stable with the AOP, Seth Rollins, and Buddy Murphy. Now, they are 4 now, and I figured, like, why would you do that on the road to WrestleMania if you don't really have a match in mind? And then I thought, oh, the Undisputed Era is like a 4 people group as well. So why not have the Undisputed Era run in, not even be in the Royal Rumble, but just attack this stable and set up a 8-man tag for WrestleMania? I think that would be huge. And again, this would bring NXT the exposure it needs against AEW. In a huge feud like that, I think that could be one of the headlining matches at WrestleMania if you build it up very well. So, and you don't even have to call them up. They can just randomly show up, attack this stable if they're doing some bullshit. I think that would be such an excellent feud on the road to WrestleMania. And now CM Punk, is he going to show up? And I would definitely say no. This is also a prediction here. CM Punk is not going to show up. I really would love to see CM Punk show up at the Rumble, but I don't see it happening. You can just look back, you can see what he recently said to The Miz, and you know, he's still not under a official WWE contract. He's just doing this thing with Fox. So I think the best in the world, CM Punk, is not going to be there. Very disappointing. I really always want to see him come back. So many dream matches with Punk, but I don't see it happening at this year's Royal Rumble. So that is my prediction for that. And then who's going to be the winner? And I can definitely see like the final 3 being Corbin, Reigns, and McIntyre. And how they always want to get Corbin in the end. They're like this big heel that they've been building up, just like they did with the Big Show and Kane one year, which was kind of stupid. But I think Roman Reigns in the end is going to win the Royal Rumble match. He's going to eliminate Baron Corbin and that feud that way, and then go on to beat The Fiend at WrestleMania, because this is how we're going to get a babyface over. I guarantee you that they think that, because it worked so well with Seth Rollins, so now we're going to do it with Roman Reigns, because we've failed getting him over at WrestleMania so many times, but now if he beats the fans' favorite, The Fiend, it's going to work out for sure. So I see Reigns definitely winning the Rumble, have a match with The Fiend at WrestleMania, and that pretty much wraps it up for my predictions. There's a bunch of content on the channel that I have up right now. So I already have like a video talking about top 10 rumored Royal Rumble surprises on the channel. Then we have some action figure matches with Andrade and Rey Mysterio in a ladder match. And just uploaded yesterday, we have a big AEW versus WWE Royal Rumble match. I just thought that would be a fun thing to do. I was thinking if I would do the WWE Royal Rumble, but I figured a lot of other people would be doing that match. So I figured, let's just do something creative. Let's do something random. Let's do like a huge fantasy matchup with WWE going against AEW. You can check that out. And there will definitely be more content coming in the next few days. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a like on the video. That would be really much appreciated. And that wraps it up for my Royal Rumble predictions for this year's. Feel free to leave me some of yours in the comment section below. That wraps it up, and I catch you all tomorrow.